Awesome. Well, welcome to the panel.
Oh yeah, we
We
back.
got some serious stuff to be talking about tonight. Drama, drama, drama. How you
Oh
been, Moo? How you been, Boo?
man, I've been good, hanging in there.
That's what's up.
Running around getting my money.
Hey,
Other than that, keeping my head on straight and just handling business. That's it.
that's what's up. That's what's up. I hear congratulations are in order. So I'll just say that and we'll keep on pushing.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. How you been?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Not too bad. Life is good. I can't complain.
You got a new mask, I see.
Yeah, man. I got to keep them funky. I got to keep them funky. And I'm rocking my natural because them braids is pulling my hair out. I got to go back to my roots.
For sure. I got to start rocking my mask. I might get them Yeezy shades and things that's like this big.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
That cover my whole half of my face.
That'd be cool, man. Bring it on. Bring it on. We can have a mask party.
You know what I mean?
Hey. So look, man, last about a week or maybe 2 weeks ago, you brought up that you wanted to talk about this monkeypox thing going on, man.
Oh man, yeah. It's getting spooky out here,
Yeah.
It's interesting what they're saying though about the whole how it's related to gay people and stuff like that. I'm not sure about that, but that sounds kind of familiar,
Yeah.
Remember when AIDS hit, it was a gay disease. Now all of a sudden, anybody could get it. So
yeah.
I don't know if that's just homophobia or what's going on with that, but even the CDC is saying that, right?
Yeah, the CDC came out and said something along those lines. And doctors are misdiagnosing people, the craziness, right?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy right there. I really don't understand that. So how do you catch it though, basically?
So I'm not really sure how you catch it. I don't know, and I need to do a little more research. I do know that some of the symptoms are swollen lymph nodes, fevers, and the guy said like his throat was really sore. He got a fever of like 103. So basically, there was this guy out in Phoenix, Arizona, Alejandro. I hope I'm saying that right. Alejandro Rugi, right? Okay. And he was misdiagnosed twice. So the first time he went to the doctor, they said, "Oh, it's probably a canker sore. Don't worry about it." So they sent him on his merry way again without misdiagnosing him. You know what I mean? To allow him to continue to spread this out because, like, he has nothing to be concerned with because the doctor said it was a canker sore, right? Yeah. And so then he goes back home and he's going through this. He went through the symptoms that I talked about: those lymph nodes, that sore throat, that high fever, and he went back to a doctor, and the doctor said, "Nah, this can't be pox." So the second doctor was at urgent care.
Okay, two different doctors.
Two different doctors, and that doctor said, "Nah, it's not pox. It's probably like 200 other things that we probably don't really test for, but it's definitely not monkeypox."
Okay.
So then this dude goes home and he goes on the CDC website. So now for another 3 days, this dude is chilling at his crib, right? High fever, swollen, sore, sick, ill. And he's still probably out spreading this stuff all around. Hopefully he had the common sense to stay home. But this man had to go do his own research on the CDC website and self-diagnose himself.
Wow.
And then convince his doctor that he had the monkeypox. And she said, "Oh, yeah." And she answered his email like he emailed her on maybe a Friday or Saturday or sometime during the weekend. After the weekend was over, here she come back. It probably is. Come on in.
So that tells me they don't really know, like, obviously, because it's a new thing, right?
Yeah.
So doctors don't really know what's going on with the monkeypox. But I really want to know, how the hell do you catch it? If they calling it a gay disease, what, from gay sex, obviously? I don't understand this whole thing. We got to do research and find out, like, how exactly you catch this crazy stuff. Because, you know what I mean? And if they had dude running around, how contagious is monkeypox,
Exactly. Now, fortunately for the African-American community, we haven't had a ton of people come out with it. I don't believe there's any Black people out there diagnosed. I'd be interested to find out if there's anybody out there of color that has been diagnosed with this disease. Mostly it's these Eastern European folks that have been.
But don't start that, because remember when COVID started, everybody was like, Black people can't get COVID. Black folk don't get COVID.
No. I'm not saying they can't get it. But what I'm saying is that don't believe the freaking hype. You know what I'm saying? Because like when the media first put the monkeypox warning out, it was pictures of Black folk.
Mm-hmm.
And they claim it started in Africa, but most of the people that have this disease or have gotten this disease have been of Caucasian descent. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. And it's big in Cali now, right? It didn't really get too big on the East Coast because I heard like Cali was shutting down because of this, because of monkeypox. Like,
I
don't
hadn't
know.
heard that. I hadn't heard that.
Oh, maybe
But
I'm wrong.
but no, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I just missed the boat.
That shit sound crazy. Monkeypox.
Yeah.
And they're saying it's a gay disease.
That's some scary
That's all
shit.
weird.
That's some scary stuff, man.
And
That's
they're not
scary
trying to
stuff.
associate that with black people talking about monkeypox. The monkeypox.
And I think that's initially how it started, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where that name come from, I'd be interested to know. Like, why are we calling it monkeypox?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
When it's less associated with people of color than it is people not.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So be on the lookout, folks. And if you start to feel these symptoms, please just insist that your doctor do their damn job and look at you properly and not misdiagnose you.
Yeah, for sure. Because sometimes you got to diagnose yourself and do the research. Keep them damn monkeypox away from me. That's all I know.
Amen. Amen. You got a canker sore. You got to look. Them little sores that people get on the side of their mouth. Don't come near me.
I thought that meant something else, but that's another story. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the herpes. Or is that hepatitis? I don't know. I think it's the herpes. I ain't got them problems, so I'm good to go. But, for you folks out there suffering, stay strong, man.
Yeah,
stay
for
strong.
sure.
Stay strong.
And Lay, I'm going to do the research, find out exactly how you contract this disease, too, because I want to know.
Bam. So let's make a plan to have that for the folks next week.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about this Kristen Chenoweth, right?
Yeah.
Chenoweth. Yeah. So she was on Steve Harvey, man. She was on Steve Harvey, and Steve asked the question, top answers, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of the lips, name another place that you may kiss on a man.
Mm-hmm.
And she buzzed and she said, "Rhymes with Venus."
Wait, I don't know what she's talking about. No, I'm playing. Yo, that is crazy.
Right.
But when they get around that black I ain't gonna say it, but when white women get around black men, sometimes the only thing that be on their mind is that thing that rhyme with Venus. I ain't gonna lie. That's just how it is, She's standing next to Steve Harvey, and that's all she could think of. Little dirty lady, get your mind out the gutter.
Hey,
you could have said, what happened to the cheek, the forehead,
the neck, the ear.
She went straight to the gutter.
Straight below the belt. Straight below the belt.
That's
crazy.
So how did Steve react? I didn't even see it.
Steve was in shock, man. Steve was in some serious shock when that happened. Yeah. Steve was like taken aback.
What's up, Dutch?
It was funny.
Yo.
Hey, Dutch.
Hey.
Hey, tell us about the weekend. How's it been going?
It's going. It's
So
I've had a good weekend thus far.
All right.
How about where's Jimmy?
Hey, he ain't here yet, man. He got the stream. He can come when he ready.
That's unusual of him.
I know.
Yeah, that's why I was,
texted
but
him
yeah,
to
that's
respond,
not
though.
that's not like Jimmy.
Yeah. So Jimmy, if you out there watching, shout out to you, brother. I hope everything's good with you. And we are here waiting on you, family. We are here waiting on you. So
Indeed. Yeah, so she she got around that black man. The only thing she could think of was,
rhymes with Venus.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Kristen Chenoweth, right? Chenoweth. So she was on Steve Harvey, and Steve asked her the question
on Family Feud, man.
On Family Feud, Sunday night, okay, family show, right? She asked, so Steve Harvey says, top answers on the board. Outside of the mouth, where else would you kiss a man? And she said, rhymes with Venus.
Wait, she said it that fast too, right?
Oh yeah, she was quick on the draw. She was quick on the draw with it.
Oh, you dirty lady.
Hey man, I ain't mad at her. I ain't even mad at her.
Man, that's Family Feud. That's a family show, man. What the hell is she doing?
It is though. It was kind of inappropriate,
Yeah, for real. Like, get a hold of yourself. Talk to him later about that. Crazy ass.
Nah, Steve's wife probably came.
Yeah, I'm about to say she about to get her head knocked off by Steve's wife talking like that.
Shoot, that man made way too much money for you to be playing with that woman.
Yeah, that's a trip, though. I didn't,
Look.
That's kind of the dirtiest I've ever seen on Family Feud. Probably, I don't know.
No, they just said some dirty stuff. There's been some dirty undertones to Family Feud for years.
Yeah,
Years, and it's unfortunate that that's how we got to get our kicks and giggles. But hey,
we adults, but the Family Feud is like that's
supposed
all.
to be a family show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's not the first, nor the second, nor the third. That's like one of many comments. Actually, that one's not as bad as some of the others that I've heard.
Exactly.
So that one's like, I mean,
Okay.
not only that, is it really a family show? Because shit, I don't see no kids watching Family Feud, and I don't see no kids participating.
And hopefully there ain't no kids in the audience.
Are there kids in the audience?
I hope not.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've never seen any children associated with the show.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, as much as Steve Harvey can try to clean up certain things, but he's still known for he a little raunchy.
He is.
I guess he's older, so it might not come off as raunchy, but shit, he was on the Kings of Comedy and wasn't G-rated about the Kings of Comedy.
Yeah, you're right. And the Kings of Comedy got real much.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's what I'm saying. And
Hey guys, what's going on, man?
Hey Jimmy. Yeah,
I was sitting in a
comedy, so
I was sitting in a dead stream.
Oh Lord, Jim.
Oh, you were? Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Is that really Mooka?
Yeah, that's Bull.
Bush to you,
Mookie's
sir.
back.
Yeah, you late. So what are we gonna do?
Hey man.
Hey, brother, listen. I was sitting in a dead stream. I was all by myself. I said, "Where is everybody?"
Yeah, man. We had went live. I texted you, you ain't respond. But check
Nia
it out.
don't be playing. She be going live on time.
We got a fan base out there, and their time is valuable.
He out of here again.
Yeah, he got to call in again. And I was just about to talk to him about that Bill Cosby, R. Kelly.
Yeah. So what do you mean? What's going on with that?
So I don't know. It's hard for me, or it's not hard for me, to separate the artist from the art. You know what I mean? Like, just because Bill Cosby turned out to be a horrible guy in real life, it doesn't change the fact that, like, he contributed Fat Albert, he contributed all these other shows that taught kids and made people proud to want to go to college and want to do different things with their lives. Now, what he was doing behind the scenes was some dirty bull. I agree. He should be in jail, but, like, I got to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
And
I agree and disagree.
Okay, come for
I'm
me.
going to tell you why I agree and disagree, right? Now, here's the thing about Bill. I don't really see the artistry in Bill Cosby. I grew up with Bill Cosby. And I'm going to tell you why. Did he donate a lot of money to a lot of HBCUs? Yes, he did.
Yes.
Did he have a #1 black talk show? I mean, not talk show, sitcom. But, however, again, how many of those did we really have? Why would it have not been the top one? There wasn't a lot of competition.
Exactly. Right? But he was able to break that line.
But did he really? There's no competition. So he wasn't really, he had no other competition. Now, here's the thing. Bill was doing shit long before these things were a thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Everything that Bill, I don't think every chick received the Bill pill. I think it was a half and half. I think half of them did and half of them were lying. However, when we get to the Playboy Mansion and the young girl, he absolutely did that shit.
Oh, yeah.
That was way, way back in the late 60s, early 70s. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's always been predatorial. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So where is the art? What artistry are we separating Bill from? Now, I get when you get with R. Kelly, but even with R. Kelly, shit, when I listen to R. Kelly's music, now that I know, which we've always known, it makes you start thinking about shit like age ain't nothing but a number and a whole bunch of other shit that he's saying some of this stuff in his music. So it's in his artistry. It's kind of
but it was also in Bill's comedy.
Yeah, but I'm saying with R. Kelly, I'm saying the same thing about both of them.
Yeah.
With Bill's artistry, okay, we could say he had artistry in comedy, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, shit. What's the girl? I can't think of. Tiffany Haddish. She's a comedian. She's not even that funny, but she's nevertheless, artistry is what it is.
Yeah.
She's not funny at all.
Made a lot of great music.
Yes, he did.
But I will not say that I can separate him from the artistry when his shit is in his music. When you go back and you listen to his music, there's no separating it when I can hear it and I can, oh shit, that's what he was talking about. Listen to a few of his songs and you will go back and say, oh.
Well, see, now there are a couple of songs that I already know that I fuck with. And those are the songs. I'm not going back to listen to no other shit. You know what I mean? Like Step in the Name of Love. I like the step. So
right,
boom.
and I can believe. Listen, there's Step in the Name of Love. There's I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah, there's several songs out there, and I can separate.
You remind me of my Jeep.
No, that's too young for me. That's too young for me. You remind me of my new car, right?
You start thinking about you remind me of my Jeep. I might have to listen to words and go back and be like, I don't know, bro.
But look, Bill did the same damn thing in his comedy. Even on Larry King, he said, "Oh, all you gotta do is take a little bit of some of this feel-good pill, the Spanish Fly." He did a whole comedy routine on Spanish Fly and dropping shit in women's drinks. But I separate that.
I think we want so bad to separate them from the artistry because they made good bodies of work. But again, when you do shit like, we'll say, I don't listen to anything of Jerry Lee Lewis, but I mean, shit, he married his 12-year-old cousin. And I can't tell you anything about him, not because I don't listen to a variety of music, but because once you do shit like that, I don't associate anything with you, your movies, your music, anything like that. So
yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, I cannot separate you from, because deep down, artists, they hide what they do in their work, even if it's painting or whatever. It doesn't have to be anything criminal, but you learn a lot about a person through their artistry. So when you really dig deep and start looking at a person's artistry, you start finding shit that you didn't know was there. So I don't think you can really separate it. You can try, but if you're an artist like myself, and there's Jimmy, you understand, you know that there's certain shit is gonna be hidden in our work, good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I mean? I can't separate them. That's just me though.
Yeah. I'm capable of separating this simply because I think that there were some great things that he did throughout his career. Okay. And I like the Cosby Show. Remember when we were kids? I mean, we watched that every Thursday religiously.
For sure.
We sat in front of that television. Yeah.
So let me ask you something.
And there were positive messages I received from that show, though.
So let me ask you a question. Does anybody, we're all over the age of 40.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember Angel Heart, the movie with Mickey Rourke and Lisa Bonet?
Oh, yes.
If you recall, she was
got
no longer on the show.
Right?
He got rid of her after she did that. He was totally against her doing it because she did a nude scene.
That's right.
Here's where the hypocrisy comes in. You were willing to protect your brand and get rid of this young lady who was a pivotal part of the show. Lisa Bonet was in the show from the beginning.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You were willing to get rid of her because of the disgrace that it would bring off of a scene in the movie. All because your ego never thought that you would be the reason why your show would get taken down.
Yeah.
I mean, irony is just irony.
Yeah, it is. But to me, I look at him like the hypocrisy. We didn't know it then because back then it's like, oh my God, I can see why, he doesn't want to. But then you look back, I mean, shit, Bill was doing a whole lot worse than naked bitches on the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was doing worse.
But Bill stood for more. And we invested as fans, we invested more than, it was more than entertainment when it's like Bill Cosby, even R. Kelly, it was a part of our lives. Growing up, we invested a lot into these people. I think we did it wrong because when you invest in somebody's personal, you think they're great people because off of their talent or whatever else, but then you find out who they really are. It's kind of real. It's damaging, I worked at a studio out here called Kaufman Studio. That's where Bill Cosby used to shoot the Cosby Show. They used to, before this scandal, they had the TV there, the original Bill Cosby TV that's on the show. They had it there on display. So before the scandal, I was all like, wow, Bill Cosby TV, all geeked out, because I was grew up off of this. And then, Bill Cosby, we looked at him as a responsible, as a beautiful role model, black role model. So now with all this coming out, it's very damaging. So as an artist, like, if you putting yourself out and portraying a certain thing, and that's why the people get so upset when they find out these things about certain specific people too. Because other people, if we know you're a scumbag, if you got a reputation for that, nobody's going to really care. Nobody's going to be surprised. But now Bill Cosby, you know what I mean? That was real hurtful and it was damaging. And I could see why, because I looked at him a certain way my whole life. You know what I mean?
Bill Cosby was the pull your pants up and the this and the that, and he
started turning into more than when he started trying to wag his finger at us.
And
that was a problem, and that's when I lost respect for Bill. But at the
now
end
you
of the
see
day,
where I'm going with this. Bill went from, and it was gradual. The hypocrisy just grew more and more. It started with the little, she doesn't need to be on the show for this reason. There was also some other stuff that happened. I can't remember. I don't want to mention because I'm not for sure. But then there was the whole finger wag, with him going and saying this and you should be this, when all the while
he's a rapist. He's a rapist. But at the end of the day, Clifford Huxtable was not Bill Cosby to me. I knew he was portraying an actor,
and Camille sat by complicit.
Well, that's how she chose to be with her man. I'm not gonna judge her on that.
Well, no, I
am.
I'm judging the hell out of her. I am. I'm gonna go against the grain.
Because I cannot believe he would go and tell Camille that he drugged these women.
I just knew there was infidelity. You've been married to a woman for over 50 years and she's completely fucking clueless.
No, she ain't clueless, but she knew he was cheating. She may not have known he was.
No, here's what I think. I think us being outside of Hollywood and outside of the celebrity world, we don't get to hear the chatter. Yeah. All of this shit is already in the Hollywood circles. So she definitely heard these rumors about her husband. We might just now be hearing it. But even if she couldn't prove it, these people are socialites. Their wives are socialites.
Yeah.
Somebody done gave her a nudge over the last 40, 50 years. And she might not believe it or not. But somebody done nudged her because, again, she has to protect herself as well because she becomes a part of his brand.
She is a part of his brand, yes.
Right. So you say 40. Now, you got to think. Now, I think they've been married longer than that. But you give or take 40, 50 years at the minimum. Ain't no way in hell her being a socialite that long.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You ain't heard not a whisper?
You got to imagine, after all those years, the level of comfort she was in, And, sometimes you don't want to rock the boat. People are, okay, I could get over that. But the thing is, we could judge her too for turning her,
what Tyson Lee said. She knew best believe. Yeah, she did.
Hey, let's jump back on some of these comments, though, real quick, because I want to make sure I acknowledge everybody. So, James Hudson at Bush, salute, fam.
Shout out, James.
New Age plug, shout out to the panel. Shout out to New Age.
Shout out, New Age.
Howdy.
Then he gives us a prayer sign and a big old, I can't even do that no more. I just put my little flag on down.
I'm still rocking with it. I'm going to still rock with it.
Okay, she got guns, too.
I know, man. I miss my gun. Well, I ain't going to do that no more. And then what Tyson Lee said, she knew best believe. And then James Hudson came and said, Bill Cosby had no business drugging anybody. Period. Point.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
And look, if they making all this money, what the fuck you got to drug bitches for?
But
because they're making all this money. See, here's the thing. Once
you
make a certain amount of money, regular shit is no longer interesting. Do you understand? It's
free pussy ain't interesting.
Right.
We talked about that
something
too,
different. So we talked about this before. You give a young man or a young woman access, do you understand, to women, unlimited. Money, unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
You have to also remember these people are not paying for all of this shit that they get. They get sponsored by Louis Vuitton. They get sponsored by Gucci. They get sponsored by all of these companies. So these companies want you to wear their brand to help them push. So now you have access to all of this shit. Do you think regular sex and regular shit is gonna do it at this? Of course not. Because now you got access to all types of drugs. Yep. Now you got experimental shit. Now you got the rest of Hollyweird. You know what I mean? That's why we don't call it Hollywood. We call it Hollywood. We
Hollywood.
have all
Yeah.
the rest of this stuff going on. You understand?
Yeah, now look at Bill Cosby with his Jello pops. You look at all creepy. You know what I mean? Now,
And
Well,
look
I mean,
back,
and even
he-
think back to
it
the
is
Cosby
creepy.
Show, right? So at the
Yeah.
Cosby Show, what was his profession? He was a
he's a
gynecologist.
a gynecologist.
Damn.
And where did he meet his patients? In the basement.
Downstairs in his office in his basement.
In the basement.
Wow.
He was a gynecologist. He told us
Wow.
everything we needed to know. The problem is we didn't listen.
Listen, and look at like after that, then he started selling pudding pops to the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It was
And
still
you
a
know,
great
he's-
show.
He's got and a shout out to everybody who has their EDD. But come to find out, like he has an EDD, and I don't know if it's honorary.
You know what I
And
mean?
he walking around like he an educator.
He wanted
I mean,
those
that can
women
come
out.
for him too.
That
You
was
know,
the
I
thing.
totally misunderstood what you just said. I was just about to say, oh, so but that's why he's drugging women. I swear I didn't hear the last D.
No, girl.
I
EDD.
didn't hear the last D. I just heard my bad. But that does bring that. Let's go back to that. We don't know what type of medical stuff he might have going. He might actually have some sort of issue like that. You don't know what goes on with the person that makes them feel like they have to do that. It's a control thing for one.
Yeah.
If you're drugging somebody,
Yeah, he wanted them out. He wanted them sedated so he could do the little freaky things to
They
them.
think they're
Whatever
above
he
the law.
wanted to. Yeah.
or maybe he ain't as functioning as you would like to think, and ain't nobody. Because think about it, you mess with a man that famous. Now I'm just throwing some random shit. Allegedly, that's what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, Nia? Or you know, maybe the elephant ain't ringing the trunk. You don't want nobody going to talk about that.
Yeah,
You don't want that.
that's
to
what
be
I'm saying. He
So
wanted them
you're
out.
gonna drug these girls. You're gonna do a lot of different things to try to make them forget, relax,
Yeah.
or maybe these girls are not completely sedated. Maybe it just makes them act a certain way. Now imagine, what if he had a cell phone back then? So now
Yeah.
I can record you all drunk and fucked up or high. So whatever I do to you, you're not going to dispute it because
Yeah.
I can say that you were doing drugs in my hotel.
Yeah. True facts. True
The only
facts.
thing I have a problem with this is, again, he was a known married man for over several decades. I still want to know what the hell you were doing in a married man's hotel room after 8:00 at night. I'm
Man,
still not
please.
gonna. I'm not gonna take
How you
away-
don't know what they doing? Come on, man.
And that's part of the problem.
It's
And
a
that is part
celebrity.
of the problem.
We know what they doing.
He's
That's
rich.
part of the problem. They think they're going up in there and they're gonna convince this guy, maybe get pregnant by him. They got their own little mantras up in
Agenda,
their head.
Or
Sometimes.
they just want to
I'm not
go.
saying
Women
everybody.
younger than Camille. So
Mm.
But he has a certain type. Unfortunately, I ain't it.
how do we know that? How do we know that Camille ain't? How do we know that he ain't took a couple of these girls home?
Like
Mm.
T.I. and Tiny.
Yeah, I mean, we really don't. We could sit and look at Camille and say, "Oh, she's complacent. She had," but really, with a husband and a wife,
You don't know the secrets.
you
And
don't.
Camille ain't
And
never
husband and
said
a wife
nothing.
that long.
She never said shit. She
No.
never said a word.
She
Never
just,
to
she
defend
just, she
or to not
represented
defend.
him to the
Yeah.
fullest. So
She stood by her man.
that's all.
By not saying shit. She didn't deny. She didn't agree. She simply sat quietly.
Yeah.
Doesn't make her. That means you're not a liar. You're not a hypocrite. You just shut the hell up. She didn't
Yeah.
say anything.
She with
She
it.
never said anything. I think the only time we ever heard from her is after her son died.
Yes.
And she may have said something like, "Thank you, everybody, for your
Yes.
condolences."
She could be a victim of his mental, mental things. People that's with that power, they know how to play with people's minds. Look at R. Kelly and Jocelyn Savage. He got her pregnant now. She just got
Is
pregnant.
she really though?
Oh,
Mm.
is there questions about that? I don't. That's what I've
course.
seen on all the vlogs and stuff. So
Yeah. No. And so that's. I personally put a question mark because it allegedly right now they had the guards were helping.
Okay.
There's only, so let me straighten this out. There are only conjugal visits in 4 states in the U.S. There has never been conjugal visits in all of the states. Once there were a lot of prisons that did it, it totaled out to about 17 states. So in the history of the U.S., there's only been 17 states that have allowed conjugal visits. Now we're down to 4.
Well, hell, where that's for
Connecticut is
at?
questionable. Connecticut is, they're saying that they count, but they don't count. I don't know. I didn't do the research.
Connecticut's out. Where are the other 3?
Washington
I know
State,
Cali. Oh no, yeah, Cali got conjugals.
So
Washington
Washington,
State is one. Connecticut is the other. I want to say California, I'm not sure, and the last one I can't quite remember. But there's only
Cali
4
got caught.
states.
So if
when
I'm going to jail, I'm going to jail in Cali.
yeah, you got you going to jail, you better go in Washington or something like that. Don't
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that,
man.
though, 'cause they
Where
say
weed
they
is
don't
available and
count wood.
Exactly.
Now you have to ask
like
this.
weed.
If he's not in a place where conjugal visits are allowed. So that means a guard had to help, right? Now, all of a sudden, she's pregnant. All
Well,
this time.
Let me
y'all-
tell you something from
Yeah.
the inside, because I've been in the inside, you know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
they have visits. If you got to marry, even if they're not conjugal, they have visits. And
Yeah.
one day, you know, I was working or whatever. They have in the visiting area, I was cleaning up and stuff, and there were dudes were on their visit. And then the door was cracked open. Dude had his wife in there, and they were getting it in right there, like, you know what I mean? Getting it quickie. So, you know, there's ways to get around, and, you know, there's sneaky things going on. I don't know if the guard knew or not, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. And the dude got his on right there without a conjugal. It was a regular visit. Jimmy,
Hey,
what's
man.
going on with you, homie? You high or something? What's up with you today?
Yeah, he ain't
No,
saying
I'm
nothing.
listening to the conversation. I'm enjoying it. You know, I was waiting by my lonesome for everybody. I'm saying, geez, where is everybody? It's 10
That was me
o'clock.
last week. That
And
was me
then I
last-
realized, then all of a sudden it said, you guys sent me a Jimmy and the stream. So here I am.
She sent you to space, huh?
Now, you know, dude, I Bill Cosby, man, I watched his show religiously. The Cosby Show, I thought, was funny as hell. I saw him in 1984. I never heard people in Madison Square Garden, never heard people laugh like that in my life. But honestly, I agree. But now when I hear about Bill Cosby, or, you know, I see an old tape, it's not the same at all. So I think anything good is ruined by a person's chaos, you know?
Yeah.
You know who
They're
did
above the
somebody else
law. They
that
think they can do anything they want, and they feel that they're entitled. And, you know, like you said, Dutch and Mukta, they get bored, you know. And look at that guy Nygaard, man. I mean, Bill Cosby knew that guy. They all did that. It was just, you know, sad, man, honestly, because he was a very, very funny guy. I mean, honestly, one of the funniest comedians I ever saw.
Yeah.
But you were. Oh, my
Y'all
God.
do know who did stand by him though, right?
Who?
Felicia Rashad.
And that's
Yeah.
the one. Didn't they have a little controversy back in the day?
What?
Yeah, they something.
Yeah, Felicia Rashad, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I found it strange that she actually did she vocalized, and they kind of drug her on social media behind that. But she did vocalize her in support of
I
him.
think she got paid off. She's not doing too well. I think they
Or-
probably threw her a check, and she don't.
Nah,
wanna
she
keep
married
that-
to Ahmad Rashad, man. She married
Oh,
to
yeah,
Ahmad
you're right,
Rashad.
you're right,
She
you're
got
right.
She
money.
got money. She's
And she
actually done
related
some
to Debbie
movies.
Allen. Debbie ain't gonna leave her out there.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
she's done some movies here recently. Actually,
Mhm.
she's done 2 or 3 movies actually within the last couple of years. Recent, like within the past year or two.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
a
but
check is
who's
gonna-
to say
a check
she?
is gonna
Maybe
come
she
to
didn't
her.
know.
But she's also 70-something years old. So, you know, at this state,
Who kind of gives a fuck, right?
right, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, fuck
you
it.
know,
Hey, he throw good parties, man.
right.
I'm still invited. Fuck y'all.
Who gives a fuck?
Hey, Dutchy, can you talk to us about this Neo thing going down, man?
Oh,
What's up?
man, listen. I don't know if you guys looked at what I sent. Are you guys familiar with the singer, Neo?
Yes, my sexy
R&B singer. So a
Mr.
long
Good
time
Guy.
ago, there was other
Yeah,
things out
Mr.
about
Bye
him.
Guy.
So I kind of find this very interesting about him. So before all of this with the women, and this is where I'm going to go with this. Long time ago, Neo was accused, and possibly I want to say, no, that was Bobby Valentine, but Neo also was accused of being a DL guy.
Yes, but he admitted to being bi.
Seriously?
Did he?
I thought he
Yeah.
did. I'm sure
I
he
mean, I
did.
wouldn't be surprised, allegedly.
So that's not DL then.
No, it
DLD.
ain't DL. That's just, he just hopped out the damn closet and sat in front of him.
Yeah, he was like,
He
I'm
looked funny to me. He looked a little funny to me. I ain't gonna lie.
So originally, these were the things about him. They these weren't just like small whispers either. These were very very well discussed throughout the industry about his preference. So I find it strange. He was very in love with the woman that he married, Crystal, and we kind of just, and the last two women he was with, very beautiful girls, very, very beautiful young ladies. However, not only is the divorce pending now, but he has had blatant, and I mean, I couldn't send you guys all of the footage, but I'm talking like every couple of days, it's multiple girls. It's 2 and 3, and I'm talking unprotected sex. Mm-hmm. So it's been unprotected sex. He just had a baby on also. So
hell no.
Yes, there's a child that has come by a girl. It's now public knowledge, which this is old though. I think she just kept quiet about it, and now that it's just so blatant in her face and shit, you know. But that's the same thing. Layla Rashad, she's married to a big time producer who just got caught messing with Eddie Murphy's ex-wife over in Italy. They denied it, but paparazzi.
In Italy.
Not
Nicole Dragaround.
Yes, Nicole.
Wow.
Nicole done been everywhere, but Nicole has been on every dick in the industry.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you.
She's a D hopper, huh?
She is.
Yes.
Eddie to she was with
Layla Rashawn.
What's his name? Shanahan. Not Shanahan. Michael Strahan.
The producer Antoine Fuqua.
Oh yeah,
he's
I heard about that.
Antoine Fuqua, who is a very, very prominent producer and director, got caught in Italy on a little trip by paparazzi. They tried to play it off and said, "Oh, it was nothing. It was innocent." You know, Layla never broke her silence on that.
And she was, it was Layla's husband.
Yes, absolutely was her husband.
It was Layla Rashawn's husband. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I misquoted. I thought Neo said he was bi, but apparently in 2018 he said, "I am not."
At least you cleaned it up, though.
Hey, man, but I swear I heard
that's why we always say allegedly.
Allegedly, supposedly. Hey, and I checked my fact real quick.
But this allegedly nice guy singing, why do these dudes get married anyway if they know they got these type of addictions and that what they need and they, it's all available for them? Maybe they think they're gonna get away with it or what?
No, it's a game.
I don't like these nice guys that's play nice
here's
and really the most
nice
biggest
Mook,
stuff.
it's a game, man.
It's a
nice game.
So here's what they do.
Pretend
the women
nice
that
guys.
they like, the women that they really want to be with, or the women that they're whatever trophy or the future potential. Sometimes these guys will. This goes to okay. So we'll go to a conversation that I just had about a let's say single but not single, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same shit. It's the same exact thing. It's a way that they kind of do what they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? While they put you in a box or on a shelf or in a in a dresser or something like that. And that's the same thing with him. He
so
married
she to the side like a Rolex, huh?
Yeah, I married you, or or I got you pregnant, or whatever the fuck. So now I deal with you when I'm ready to. You get what I'm saying?
Leave me alone. Wow.
Yeah, because there's no other reason. What's the reason?
So look, does he have any children with this lady? Do we know? If we don't, that's cool. But if he did,
if I'm not mistaken, he made his last, again allegedly, I think he made his last ex get a what is it called when you can't have more children?
Not a hysterectomy.
Something like that. And then I think he got this wife pregnant.
Or tubes tied.
Got her tubes tied.
Or something, and so she can't have any more kids, and then he turned around and got her pregnant. But again, I have to go back and check that.
I would.
They got kids together or not? They'll marry her.
No, I get it. I was just trying to transition into co-parenting, but
yeah, it's irresponsible.
Co-parenting.
Oh God, co-parenting. Oh boy, co-parenting. Are we getting into that conversation?
Yeah, man.
Oh boy,
let's go.
Oh well, let's go.
All right, which one of you guys is involved in co-parenting?
I co-parent, but my daughter is grown now.
Your daughter's grown.
Yeah, but we're
Was it
praying.
done by the courts? Was it done by the courts?
No. She grew up like a regular kid. She stayed at home till she was ready to go.
No, I'm talking about when she was younger.
Was what done by the courts?
What co-parenting?
Oh no, honey! I was in that marriage for 20 years. I made sure my baby was ready before I.
Oh, so yeah, you made your own.
I've never been in a situation where courts have been involved. I don't think I would ever be in that. I don't think I would ever. I don't. This for me personally, and I don't mind saying this on the air live, so you can come back and somebody could say whatever. But I'm confident in saying this. I feel like depending on your situation, if you feel like you need to pursue child support for whatever reasons, that's up to you. But for me, for me personally, child support and going through the court system is not for me. If you don't want to take care of your child,
that's on you.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to chase you down. I'm not going to hunt you down. I'm not going to make you. Because at the end of the day, when that child is a certain age, first of all, child support does not last forever.
Yes.
Number
not
two,
a job, ladies.
No, it is not a job. I do think a lot of these women, they do it out of spite or they do it as an extra supplementary income.
Yeah.
I would rather struggle and tighten my belt before I ask you
for
shit. You hear
me?
And that being said, I feel like my child will also respect it later because when they're old enough and they understand, well, shit, what's your deal? Mommy didn't ask you for anything. You understand what I'm saying?
Where you been?
You know what I mean? Or why this or why that? You know, but again, I'm not anybody else. Everyone has to do what they have to do. But for me, in my personal belief, I am not going to involve the system and I'm not going to systematically involve my family into anything like that. We're together, where we're not together. Again, if you don't want to do it,
don't do it.
It's a lot of dudes that want to be stepdaddy now. You know what I mean? So, or stepmama. Because let's not make it seem like it's all just men. It's a lot of deadbeat ass women out here too.
Yeah. And let's recognize them bitches.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we were raised that way.
It's a lot of y'all out here, deadbeat ass mothers, dropping your damn kids off grandma while your ass is over there partying and shit, or ain't never got your kids. You know, it's a lot of that going on, or it's a lot of spiteful ass women. It's a lot of dudes that are on child support because the bitch was spiteful.
Oh, yeah. They mad. Moved on and got married. Yeah. And the sad part about it is it's only the children that suffer. I'm glad that I was raised in an environment where child support was not like, look, either you gonna show up or you're not. And shit's still gonna move. And I appreciate my mom for that. You know what I'm saying? Because
what happened.
Shit still moved. And I still have a good relationship with my dad though, because he was there.
Yeah. Let's look at it. Here's what happens. I go to court, I say, you're not supporting your child. Now the court is gonna say we need proof, but do they really? Not really, because they're still gonna put you on some child support. Because once that just determines how much child support if you are doing it. So you paying already doesn't mean shit, because they're still gonna put your ass on child support, just not as much. So here's what happens. Let's just say they put you on child support. What does that really accomplish? The fact that they're gonna garnish his wages. Now he can say, the hell with you. I ain't really gotta work. I can go do some under the table shit. So you might or might not get the money. Then they're gonna throw his ass in jail. How the hell he gonna pay you then? You get what I'm saying? Then they're gonna take his driver's license. How the hell he gonna go to work? You understand what I'm saying?
Or get to the kid. Right. Yeah, it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle.
It is. It's a systematic cycle, and I won't have any part in it. I absolutely.
Now I will say this. When my first marriage, I insisted that my husband go down and get on child support. The reason being is because I didn't want, because these spiteful brides will come back at 18 years.
Yes, they will.
And now you owe all this back pay, even though you've been paying it. So I insisted, look, man, we can afford it. Go down there, get on this stuff, so it's tracked. There's paperwork.
Do you know what happens if
she wound up owing us money?
Now she gets cash assistance. You know what else happens? Who you think got to pay that back?
Yeah, he did. And so that's why he was like, look,
goes and gets all this shit from the government and all this systematic shit.
Yeah.
We got to pay that back.
And so that's why we put together a book that had, in the time he was in the military, that had all his LESs showing proof that he had been paying her, and all the facts that she could have free medical and all that other stuff. I put together a book and I had it sent over to the Human Services office to be like, look, she say he ain't paid, but here's what he paid. Let's do this math and then come back and tell him how much he owe every month.
Yep. My son's
I'm
11.
that type of wife.
You know what I mean? My son's 11, and I fought the whole time to stay out of court, make sure she's taken care of.
Yeah.
Pay and make sure my son's taken care of. Any man, you know, because I believe I may be sexist, but the man is basically, if you put your thing in something and you create a baby, it's your responsibility. Period. Everybody know that. It sounds cliche, but I just believe, like, though, if you got to be dragged into court for child support, then you already messed up. You know what I mean? Because
Facts.
Yes or no? Yes
if you
or no?
bringing in a kid, you should be ready. Period.
Here's
That's
why I
just-
disagree.
But a lot of bitches lie.
I was just getting ready to say that. Here's where I disagree with you.
Oh, you right.
The only thing that you got to worry about is who you putting your thing in, because not just the child support aspect of it. You might think you dealing with a stand-up chick. You might really think that you dealing with a stand-up broad, and then what happens a couple months later or about a year later, and you don't want to deal with her, and she turn on. Yeah, so not always is it you being dragged to court because you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you being dragged to court for spite. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's what I mean about when you get with a broad. I know it's hard, but hey,
Yeah.
and then it's on you. That's the risk you take. That's
Yeah.
how it go down. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That's just how it is. Jimmy, what you think? 'Cause you
Hey,
know-
man, I went through a court divorce. Court ordered me. I had to pay the court. I had to send the money to the court. If I didn't, they would take my license away. But again, I paid. I never missed a child support payment in my life. But then again, my brother-in-law owed my sister $450,000. And he wound up being a drug addict, and they actually gave him an apartment, a car, a phone. They bought him food while my sister starved. Hey, Mook, I agree with you. A man's got to do what he's got to do. And I'm old-fashioned, so, you know, my wife never worked, and I didn't disagree with what the court was saying. I was paying $4,500 a month.
You said 4,500?
I said $4,500 a month, yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
2 kids.
And I had to pay her lawyer. And I think my divorce cost me almost $500,000.
Jimmy, you should have married a black girl.
Yeah, but you know what? Well, listen, I want to tell you something. Hey, guess what? When you got people in her family that are jealous of her because she had a great life, she had a great car, she lived in a beautiful house. I mean, and I was always an old-fashioned man, and my grandfather always raised me, hey, you must never raise your voice to a woman. You must take care of her. You're the provider. So my grandfather drove me that in my head, and I live to that to this day. And I treated her with respect, but she had a jealous sister. I wouldn't lend her money to go buy a house because I wanted to be the first payee, and that was the end of it. What do you think she's doing? What do you think he's doing, Gina? That Gina was my ex-wife. Yeah, it's hard. I agree with you, Dutch. You know, I know. You know, you that's the right thing to do. What Dutch says. You know, when a woman, that's a proud woman.
Yeah.
But a lot of women listen to their lawyers.
And
Yeah.
their girlfriends that don't have a man and is in the same situation.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do think that is a
Listen to
problem,
you.
but I do think that is a lot of problem with women. I don't think you men have that problem as much as we do.
Mm.
But I think women have a tendency to listen to a lot of outside people that either have never been married or have been in a bunch of shitty relationships
Yep.
that feel like they can give advice. Men
That's
don't
a fact.
like
Hey, yeah.
business like that. Men
Yeah.
don't get that personal. Women are very quick to get
And
very
judge and
personal.
yeah.
Venomous.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And most women that don't have a man, have never been married, are the first ones to give you, or don't have kids,
And be
or
the
they
first to
have
tell you what to do.
situations are the
Mm.
first ones to try to give you advice.
Look,
Or
I
don't
learned at
have-
18. I was like, so my girlfriend was trying to tell me something. I was like, bitch, where your man? Yeah, holler at me when you find yours. Mine right here. You can stay out of our business.
Period. Because you wouldn't understand anyway.
You don't understand the
Yep.
language we speaking.
Yeah,
Yep.
co-parenting gets hard, you know, but if nobody's mature in the situation, then it's all disaster. It's all hell break loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody gotta be
My
mature.
wife didn't let me see my kids for over 2 years. It devastated me. It mooned me.
That's
bet.
crazy.
And I'll tell
So
you,
that's
man,
another
yeah, things get stupid and ugly because of jealousy, you know. My ex-wife's
another part of it.
sister's husband was a bum.
Mhm.
And because they weren't successful, and I worked 14, 18 hours a day, I suffered because of jealousy and hatred. And instead, in this country, that's the problem with this country. When you are a bad person and you're not happy and you see people working hard, we don't look at the justification of the situation and how hard look at how hard, like Mook, I'm proud of you when I hear that you're doing good. I don't want to see you do bad.
Yeah.
They say, misery loves company.
They do.
Yeah, misery loves company. There you go, Mook. Wait, that's a great analogy, but that's it, man.
They do.
If nobody wants to see anybody happy. I mean, I'm the opposite, thank God. I'm glad I don't have those attributes. And
we gotta start, being more happy for each other and looking.
That's right, bro. That's right.
And bigging them up, and
yeah,
because they worked hard to get where they at. So you can't be hating.
Man, I take my hat off to anybody that works hard, and I always want to see everybody successful. I never wished a bad thing on a human being, and but I've been put through the mill. And that's okay, I'm supposed to, because I have the ability to take that. And the same thing with my wife, my ex-wife. I mean, hey, no problem, Your Honor. I was told I was put in jail for overpaying my wife, and I was in the Bronx House of Detention for 4 months for overpaying my wife. I lost my business. I didn't hate my wife after that, and I'm going to get you because I'm not a spiteful person. But I just couldn't believe, and they did nothing to me. I
can't even. Wait, let's go back to this for overpaying her.
Yeah.
How did this even happen?
Okay, I want to. My wife. Okay, my ex-wife. Any check that I give her, she has to declare if I don't pay through the court system. But because it wasn't paid through the court system, she needed $17,000. Because I got nervous for my kids because she was trying to get an apartment. She lost my old house. So I took a loan out to get her that money. Next minute, I'm driving in my car. They took my car, the lowlife Gotti. My car was towed to Queens. They took the seats out. They took the engine out. This is all for overpaying my wife. And I waited.
Wait, what?
That's what I said. That's why I made him go back.
No, she never declared the check. She never declared the check. So, and she goes, yeah, now how are you going to prove that I paid you the money?
Wait. Do you have a copy of the check, Jimmy?
Yeah, but here's the catch-22. Because I was arrested for not paying child support for accumulating to the 17,000, I was arrested, and the judge said to me, "What are you going to do now, Mr. D'Alessio? There's no Yankee games going on." I had no idea, Mike. All I know was next minute I'm in jail, and I'm in the Bronx House of Detention, and I'm looking out, and I said, "Wow, you could see Yankee Stadium, and you get a good view." Now I know what the judge meant. But I was in there for 4 months for overpaying my wife. It took almost 2 years to get my license back, lost my business. And when I went to court, I had to wait another 4 months. And they said, "Oh, yeah, Mr. D'Alessio, you did overpay your wife. Wow, look at that." Like it was no big deal that my life was destroyed.
So
Couldn't drive. I went through a really bad situation.
I
I'm sorry,
you
Jimmy.
lie about DNA. I think
That's okay. Hey, man, I still to this day do not hate my ex-wife for the sake of my children. It is what it is. People have emotions, and sometimes we can't control ourselves, Like, as a disciplinarian, I always, at work, I'm very diligent and very, I'm a little, over the top, but I want people to learn and be good. But other than that, my empathy stands with everyone and everything. I don't have hatred. I will never hold hatred towards anybody or a human being. I will always give them the benefit of the doubt, But man, what I went through, I don't even know how the hell I'm still alive.
Well, Jim, I'll say this. I hold no ill will towards anybody, but if she happened to fall and just got embarrassed, I would laugh. Okay?
Yeah. I know, man.
I mean, as long as she doesn't hurt, but like a good, in front of everybody. Boom. Oh,
I think I should go to jail.
Yeah.
I think you should go to
You
jail.
know, and it's all because I didn't lend her sister money to buy the house. I went through all of that because I lent everybody else. I was the bank for her family. I was lending
you can't
everybody
be
money.
to save everybody, Jim. And
No, you know what?
definitely
That's what.
shouldn't make
Listen,
that
I had a
house.
very Malik. I had a very unhappy childhood. I never really had a childhood, and I didn't want anybody to ever feel the way I felt going through my life. So I always gave, and I still give, to see people be happy. You know, and that's the truth.
But don't
You
give
know.
to your own detriment. You know.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
be
without
happy
a doubt.
you're alive.
Yeah, you pay a price for that, but it's all good. You know.
You're allowed to
But
be happy.
But we all, two people that don't get along anymore. I agree with Dutch. You should, or Mook. Hey, you know what, Mook? Be a man. Dutch, you're right. You be a proud woman, but a man has a responsibility to help that woman and help her with those children, especially if he doesn't have them in their life. He has to think of the mother first, because the mother is very precious to a child. You know.
So let me
And
ask you this, and I hate to interrupt, but I'm going to ask a quick question.
You are never interrupting me, babe.
Now, let's say, for instance, that this woman has had this child intentionally on her own, and the guy didn't sign on for it.
Oh, you're
Like,
talking
he
about a
tricked him.
deviant.
Yeah, deviant. Like, she claims she's on like birth control, but she's not. And then boom, I'm pregnant, and
That's
you gotta
another
help me.
story.
That's some
But
foul shit.
that shit's really
Normal
happening
human
though.
beings.
That shit is
Hey,
really
listen,
happening.
like Mook said, you had no business. You had no business being there, and you
But
you
what
got
if she
yourself
punched
there.
holes in
But
the condom? What if she punched holes in the condom?
hey,
Bitches is doing crazy shit now. They are saving semen in some kind of way, and
Guess what?
I'm about to tell you,
themselves
without
later.
getting
They're putting a needle through the condom in the wrapper.
Nope, worse than that.
wow,
Here's the new thing that
that's
they're
a
doing.
double deviant.
They're performing fellatio,
Yep,
and
and
That's a
walking
sociopath,
away,
man.
and
Yeah.
they're putting it
in the freezer.
safely away.
Yeah,
So you
Wow,
can't
are you serious?
even, serious? Yes.
man, they've been turkey basting
Holy
for years,
moly,
man.
I'm sorry, you know, I get blown away on deviant shit because that's just. That's because I don't think like that. You know,
But
that's
is it now the
I don't
man's
think like a
responsibility?
deviant, but
It's my
man, that's
responsibility
like,
This is
to
why
put
I
hot
just made
sauce
the
in the
statement
condom
that I
like
did.
Drake did.
are you?
This is why
Holy.
So yeah, that thing just happened to Drake also, didn't it?
Yeah.
So this is why I do feel very strongly about certain things.
Yes.
If I about the paternity and they find out that it ain't his, lock her ass up.
For
I
real.
don't care, lock her ass up. If
Yep.
they find out that she done put she's lying about anything to put this man in a situation where it's systematic, lock her ass up.
Yeah.
I feel
Can't
strong
be playing
about
with
that.
babies. Yeah.
He hit me, he didn't really hit your ass, lock
Yeah,
her
but
ass
now
up.
what do? You have the baby.
You hit him first.
Lock that bitch up.
Somehow he has to be responsible
Why?
no matter what. He got
Why?
himself there. He did it. He has to man up.
That's what I'm saying. You wrong.
Man up. I
Even
didn't
though she was
ask for this,
crazy,
but
oh
you
well.
tricked me.
You should have found out who she was before you.
I agree. She should be arrested, and she
But how can
should.
you find out if you listen? These
That's
bitches
why I
are
said
smart. These bitches are smart. Y'all not gonna act like that. Listen, you got the what is her name? Brittany Renner? Is that her name? She's like the new Superhead side chick.
Oh Lord.
But she's like with the athletes though. And she got one.
Wow.
And if some dude with her, then he's a dummy then.
Nah. I mean, look, you meet that.
famous.
But
There
look,
are
people
some
meet their
women, though, that are
representatives for a
smart
long
getting
time.
pregnant by these guys knowing that it's a meal ticket.
Yep.
It is chicks that feel like, here's the biggest thing, and this is why y'all gotta start going to these bitches' houses. Y'all gotta start finding background.
You gotta investigate.
What these chicks will do,
Wow.
they will play y'all into thinking that they're used to a certain lifestyle. These women expect
They be
certain
bums.
shit they cannot afford for their own selves. You want him to bring some shit to the table, but bitch, the table is already broken when I got here.
Yeah.
So,
Man, there's some sick people out there, aren't
And you
there?
got 6 other kids coming out the bedroom, all NBA player dead.
Different
Right.
dads.
Shit,
come on, man.
that's crazy.
One
It's
Asian, one
happening.
Spanish.
There's men too. Kevin Federline, whatever the hell his name. He's
Oh yeah, he got Britney. He got
Oh
Britney.
yeah, Britney Spears. Yeah,
Brittany got
yeah. That guy, that dude is right there, man.
Yeah.
Celebrities.
Listen,
I really don't feel no mercy for them
Mm.
because automatically, you know, you're a target for these type of situations. So
Yeah.
you get caught up in a lustful situation, then your dumb ass end up getting.
But was
caught
it
up.
really lustful with
That's your
Brittany
fault.
and Kevin? Was it really lust with Brittany and Kevin? I mean, they were together for a minute.
Brittany lusted him, obviously. She didn't have.
Was he a dancer? Wasn't he a dancer
He was
in her
one of her
show?
dancers.
No. Remember, let me. Come on, y'all know I do.
Because he
pop
was with Shar Jackson too,
culture. I'm
right?
gonna tell y'all know I do this. Listen, she was with Justin Timberlake, if y'all recall, and he stopped messing with her because she was fucking her dancer, which was Kevin Federline.
Exactly. So she lusted him.
Man, that's crazy.
Am I lying, Mo? Ain't that what
No.
happened?
Me a river.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's on her. That's her fault. She paying him for the rest of his life now.
Yep. She made a choice.
Mm.
Cry me, and he did Cry Me a River when he caught her ass.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm.
I'll be honest with you. I don't really like her music. You know.
I mean, she had some poppy tunes back in the day. I fucked with her. a little bit.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not. You know, it's not my type of music. But you know, she was very phony to me.
you remind me of a Frank Sinatra kind of guy.
But you know, look, she's no. If it's a man or a woman, it makes no difference. Whoever's the breadwinner, you're gonna pay, and that's it. And you know, he knew what he was doing. Now Kevin Federline lives an amazing life. He lives in a mansion. He's
Off of her.
You know.
And and he just literally put.
So would we say he's a good deviant?
No. Let me tell you what he just did.
Still a deviant.
So a week ago, speaking of, 20-something years later, he just put a video out of Brittany, spazzing out on the kids. Did she do anything weird? No. It was a
regular shit. Regular parenting.
It was regular parent shit, and he tried to put it out there like she was like flipping out. It was basically the little boy was walking around with no damn shoes on, and she took his phone. Like, what are you doing? Why are you recording yourself out walking around in the middle of winter with no shoes on?
Yeah.
I phone too. What are you stupid?
Yeah, you trying to get me caught up for child abuse?
But now that she's moved on, she's remarried. You know, the girl just got out of conservatorship. I do think Brittany's something wrong with her now because she's been acting a little strange.
She's been tweaking.
But she been in show biz since she was a kid.
Hey, Mook, we made fun of her in the movie, remember?
Wow. This was not supposed to be a
we
drag
did.
on Brittany.
What?
Yeah,
we're not dragging Brit, but what we are saying is this. It goes back to men and women. The same. It happens a lot to women. With women doing shit to men. But we forget to add the men that do this to famous women like Mary J. Blige.
I was about to say that. You can have any powerful woman, and there's some blood-sucking leech dude.
Yes, sir.
Wait, how many women carrying men around?
Blood-sucking leech dude.
There's a bunch of women in Hollywood that carry around men as accessories, like pocketbooks.
You could go all the way to Tina Turner with the dude. He was talented, but come on, that was her bag. That was his bag, Tina.
Are you talking about Ike?
Yeah, Ike.
Ike smacked her around something fierce, man.
Yeah, but she whipped his ass in the end. I saw the movie.
Tina got tired of that shit.
What's love got to do with it, buddy?
What, when they were in the limo?
Oh, yeah.
Is that all you got, sucker?
And on that note...
Man, let me tell you. Wow. I don't know, man. What makes people stay around, you know?
Hey, man.
Now, here's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to go out on a limb, and I think Malika's going to agree with me. The difference between y'all and us, and I ain't talking about us. We talking about the other bitches.
Just men and women.
Yeah. The difference is men, y'all set yourselves high. Y'all go look for millionaire motherfuckers to go ahead and bless us. Women, they'll bloodsucker fucking thousandaire, 100aire, shit. Motherfucker can work and make it eat.
Hey, but Kanye told us in Gold Digger.
Yeah, he did.
Man,
yeah.
It was squeezed.
You was there at the you was there next to him washing dishes. Next thing you know, he rolling off with a
Yeah.
That squeeze blood from a turnip, bro.
That's what I was about. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to.
From a fucking juice from a rock.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The guys work corporate. She want that check.
You got that money and you the breadwinner. Make sure you protect yourself going into a relationship Do
Hey.
all the research, do the right things, because they out to get you out here, man.
And get a prenup. Fuck that shit. Don't believe what they told you.
Make sure you're messing with a
Prenup.
woman that has as much to lose as you have to lose. You understand?
Yeah.
Not to put it out there like that, but if she ain't got shit and you do, that's not really, you know what I mean? Make sure she has something.
Facts, Malcolm.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Malcolm.
What up, Malcolm?
You take the money.
The version of the Mel Digger song, yes.
Woo.
But
Yeah.
that's one of many. That's one of many that have, you know who else? Nicole Simpson? Is it her?
Oh yeah.
Her husband, I want to say, did the
What
same.
Nicole Simpson? The one that got killed by OJ?
No, not that Nicole Simpson. What's
That's the
the
only
girl's
one I
name?
know.
Singer.
That's why I had to ask.
Her weight goes up and down. I can't think of who she is. Shit. I know her last name is Simpson.
Because
though,
she
not
ran
that-
into the wrong bag. I'm sorry.
Oh,
My
OJ
bad.
said, give my shit back.
Damn.
Lord have mercy. Malcolm said, what up, y'all?
Look at the
Hey.
Kardashians,
Yeah.
prime example. And the Kardashians, they wanted a part of the culture. The only one that has children that are non-athlete born or non-black male rapper born is Courtney. Not Courtney, the one. What's the one Kardashian nobody ever talks about?
Yeah, Courtney. Not Courtney.
No, yeah, it's Courtney.
Anyone.
Courtney. It is.
Yeah, it's Courtney. It's Courtney.
Yeah, because she just married the what's the guy's name?
Not Pete Davidson, but Travis Scott.
Travis Parker.
Travis Parker.
Parker,
Blink 182
yeah.
drummer. Yeah.
Okay,
that
but
is.
what happened?
Yeah.
What's up with the mother? Because she's the real bag. Who she got? She must got some bloodsucker doing this thing. She has to.
Back in the day, they
Not her-
said she
not
was
her
fucking
little-
OJ.
She do, but
She got some broke black dude that's laying it down. That's what she got.
Hey, that's all she
keep
needs.
her one.
That's all she needs.
Yes.
Shout out to her, man. Pimping
But-
your
wait,
kids
hold on.
ain't
Let me
easy.
say this. Let me say this as a woman that is not unsuccessful. I like to consider myself a successful woman. It is not tricking if you got it.
Hmm.
I'm saying it ain't tricking if you got it,
Yeah.
male or female. If you
I
got
agree.
So rock on, Stedman. And on that note, y'all.
All I could,
Stedman staying out in the pool house.
all I can say is poor
Hey, he got his
Kanye
own
West,
group.
man.
Huh?
Stedman's the king.
Stedman is the man.
She made that
Everybody
guy
trying to
crazy,
get over
man.
bread. Even
He was
comedians be
crazy
like, I'm
already,
trying to
but she
marry
made him
Oprah.
more crazy,
The Kardashians have
man.
what was it? Odom? Wasn't he found at the Bunny Ranch?
Oh yeah, Lamar
Hey,
Odom.
man, he's a messed up. He's a terrible.
He
dude.
was at the Bunny Ranch all messed up.
I mean, no men really last
Oh,
with them
Odom?
chicks. And I don't know if it's the problem that they
get.
get mad because they got popular off of a sex tape. But
Yeah, but
these
him-
no
him and
men
Martha
last with
were
them. The only one who's ever had the longest relationship has been Courtney.
Yeah,
But Travis,
yeah.
I heard.
Well, no, even before him, she was with her baby's father. She had
yeah, that's
what,
crazy.
2-3
Broke
kids
up
from
because
that
he
guy.
wouldn't marry her, and she was tired of waiting.
Yeah.
But all the rest of them, we got Tristan Trimester Thompson. That's what they call him.
Oh Lord.
That boy, and they just
Huh?
yeah. Remember Tristan? Okay, so
Am
remember,
I the only one partaking?
Nah, I got my little puff pass here. Where is it?
I got the baby in there. I gotta wait till the show.
Oh shucks.
likewise. But yeah, so she has the guy, Chloe's baby's father. That is so ghetto. Baby's father is really ghetto to me. So Chloe,
But that's what he is.
it is baby daddy. Chloe's baby daddy, however you want to say it. She he had a child previously before her. She was messing around with him, got pregnant. He messed around on her with her homegirl Jordan Woods, then messed around again, got this one chick, this trainer chick pregnant. So now that's 1, 2, 3. Now,
And now
the
she
baby
gonna have a baby
is
with
a year
him.
old though. This baby is not a year old, and she still just paid a surrogate, and they just have a boy.
Wow. Yeah, like I
Yeah,
said,
that's crazy, man.
Them Kardashians.
bloodsuckers are lurking.
They are. They are. And on that note, guys, we're going to exit for the evening. We appreciate y'all watching.
Yes,
Those
yes.
who are viewing us later, please, thank you.
The panel, another good one.
Yes, it was. And from that, we are out. Throw up your peace signs, people. Hey, where's mine? Bam. There we go. All right. Take care, y'all.